did you get natural light during the day? Did you exercise during the day? Did you turn your electronics off an hour before bed?
Yeah.
Did you eat, a good dinner like a couple hours before you were going to go to bed?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things. There's so many decisions that you make during the day leading up to that sleep that are going to affect your sleep.
Absolutely.
And those decisions are also going to affect your hormones. So going and getting your hormones checked and getting and having that resource can be really powerful and help a lot of people, but also knowing that the decisions that you're making throughout the day are also going to affect those hormones, which are going to affect your sleep. Again, it's that looking in the mirror. Like you were just kind of saying, as far as like the like with the pain, people don't want to address the issue. They want to. They're seeking the quick fix. They're they're seeking the solution to their pain versus kind of exploring the root of it. And I think we get into that perspective with so many things in our life, and I think that ultimately I think is a reflection of the state that we're in right now. The reason that we are so sick and so overweight is because as a culture, our attention span and our ability to postpone gratification and be patient and commit to a path and be disciplined in moving towards something, I think has diminished.
Mm-hmm.
And even I love that the healthcare system is changing and that we're seeing a surge of holistic nurse practitioners, naturopaths, people doing telehealth medicine, people that are even just like holistic health coaches, personal trainers. Like we're seeing more investment in these other avenues of health, right? People going to get blood work, people just seeking out, experts to help them like look at their blood work and make recommendations for supplements and things like that. Like we're kind of steering away from the like typical medical system.
People are dumb kind of. There's kind of this like moving consensus that people are kind of done with like the current medical
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're shifting and it's really
like,
cool.
I don't want to go to my PCP who's like a part of the statistics of obesity and who doesn't practice what he preaches and who looks at my cholesterol report and says, oh, you start eating cleaner, or I guess you need to start doing more cardio.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
50 pounds overweight.
It's like the football coach who like blows the whistle at you to do sprints when he's like sitting there snacking on chips. You know what I mean? It's like that concept of like, I want someone who isn't indoctrinated by the quote unquote system and who is practicing what they preach.
Yes. Yeah, and that's beautiful, and I love that we're starting to see this giant ship starting to steer, right? We're starting to change directions, and it takes time. But also, I think we have to be careful not getting caught up in the same mentality where it's like, I don't feel good, so now I'm gonna, instead of being prescribed some sort of, just pill, some sort of pharmaceutical drug to help with the symptom, now I'm being prescribed like this supplement or this hormone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
You're still going to be chasing the rabbit's tail.
Yeah, it's like a step in the right direction, but we can still get into this myopic view where it's like, oh, you just need to take this pill. It's not a pharmaceutical, but it's it's a zinc, or your hormones are off here. Take these bioidentical hormones. It's like, okay, these are useful tools when used in the right context, but also we need to continue to look in the mirror and find out like why.
Yeah.
Why is this issue coming up? Because in my personal belief, the body is intelligent. Like we were saying, like that Elon Musk quote, you're saying it's a poor design. Like I don't think that the body is a poor design. I think that the body is designed very well when given the right environment, when given the right information.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, not to cut you off, like I think people need to recognize like how like we're sharing these statistics because these statistics, while they may be discouraging to see where we're at as a society, they actually prove how resilient the human body is. Like we can for 40, 50, 60 years treat our body like total crap, and it actually is able to withstand all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just to like point the...
No, that's a great
picture.
point. I mean, the more that you learn about health and how the body functions, the more amazed I am at like how I'm like, I'm like, how is this person even alive?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like this part you've been like surviving off of like gas station food and soda for like 40 years and somehow
Still kicking.
I'm like,
And some of those people, they'll do like blood work and you're like, dude, wait, you don't have poor cholesterol and you're not dying?
you're not about to die. Like,
Yeah.
it blows your mind.
Yeah.
Right? So like the body is extremely resilient. But yeah, just to say we have to continue to look within and get to know ourselves and just honestly reflect on what it is that we are doing, the choices that we are making that are contributing to our own bullshit, to our own disease. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does not matter how many interventions you want to seek out. It's great that we do that, and it's great that we have access to all those things as you shared. It still takes effort on our part to implement action because you could get really bloated with information. You could spend all the money throwing it at the wall to try and get it to create change for you. I mean, I'll share just perspective. Like I have, clients, let's say that they come to me 2 times a week. That's 2 hours out of their week of 100+ hours a week. Like, so in order for them to make changes beyond what we're doing in that hour, it takes them like taking ownership of the changes they're trying to make. They have to start being in tune with their food. They have to start going to bed on time. They have to start getting more movement throughout the days they're not with me. Like all of those will play a role in their success. And what a lot of people tend to do is they throw money at the problem. They maybe show up for a little bit, they attack it, and then it doesn't work because change doesn't happen in 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? So it's being willing, as you shared, to endure the good fight and like be your own scientific method and your own guinea pig to, regardless of whatever the intervention is, be willing to endure and be willing to continue growing and challenging yourself by taking another step of action. Yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly reflecting like, oh, I'm doing this thing that I know is not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I should stop doing that thing.
Yeah.
And then holding yourself accountable to doing that thing,
Yeah.
Or there's this thing that I know I could do and I should do, but for some reason I'm just choosing not to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, how do I actually change? Like change happens like here first, and then it's okay. I know I could do that. I know I should do that. When am I going to start making the decision to do that? And then consistently doing that creates change over time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the more you procrastinate it, the more decision fatigue you have about it. The other thing too, I would just really encourage folks to not be waiting for like a savior, right? In terms of the supplement helping them or the fad diet being the fix for their obesity or, waiting for the FDA to change their protocols or like big things like that. I mean, we saw that as like RFK took over and there was like all these big plans to, change the food pyramid and we're going to get rid of food dyes and all these things. And people were like rejoicing in the streets because, like everything's going to get so much better. It's like, yeah, well, even though they weren't quote unquote better, you still could go to the grocery store and source a quality meal. You still could invest in a coach and have a blueprint on how you're going to start exercising and like all those things. Like I really want to encourage people like not getting in this like kind of victim mentality, waiting for a savior to come, and be someone who is willing to invest in themselves, do the work, take action. Like I'm just going to keep saying it. Like,
yeah. Take responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing for us to get some of the poison out of our foods.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing to change the food pyramid to reflect a more accurate, healthy diet. Those are good things. But
that food table can say whatever it wants, but if you're not consuming that food table, then it doesn't matter at all. It does not matter.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely it. And it's, I mean, to some degree, no one should, you can't blame your state on anyone else, like to some degree. Obviously, to some degree. Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, you can't blame your current health situation on, ex government employee or the president or the FDA or the food industry or, the pharmaceutical industry. You can't blame it on anyone. You have to, again, there are options. There are things you can do to make yourself healthier that are within your power, within your resources. You just have to sit down, get honest with yourself, analyze those things, write them down, and then decide to make a plan and do it.
Yeah.